You know, Jeff Rawson is our national investigative correspondent. Now he's got another title, author. His brand new book, Rawson to the Rescue, is out today. Jeff, congratulations. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. People are going to learn plenty about how to combat things like mold and rip-off artists in the book. But what's interesting, and I want people to know this right off the bat, it's a little personal, the book. You share some stories from your life, and I think it tells us a lot about the passion you feel for your work.
I knew if I was going to write a book, I had to go there and get real and get personal. And so much of what drives me on the Rawson Reports and the stories I choose are from my own personal life, because when I leave this building, just like you, I'm just a regular guy, a dad, a husband whose toilet broke and needs to hire a plumber. Kids are going crazy and they're being unsafe. So I wanted to use all of that. No one's fighting for the little guy, so I wanted to.
One story you tell in this is of a health issue that your mom went through, having lung cancer. And instead of dealing it with that only on an emotional level, you kind of put the reporter to work.
One of those situations, again, there's my mom. Stage 3 lung cancer, you get that call. So many people out there are dealing with this right now. What doctor do you choose? How do you know if they're the best doctor? And even with all the resources and experts I know, I found myself at ground zero trying to figure that out. So in this book, we get into step by step how to check on doctors, how to make sure there aren't lawsuits from if they've hurt people before, and how to do that.
And without dwelling too much on the personal side, you also tell a story about a skin cancer situation you went through, and how'd you deal with that? Well, you launched a series that I think we did on this show all about SPF in sunscreens.
Yes, I've never spoken about this before. I've sort of decided to handle it myself. Melanoma, I was diagnosed with melanoma, scared me as a dad. I'm looking at my young kids, and you have cancer, and now you're a cancer survivor, and you have to fight that, like you said, at an emotional level. And I go to the store, my dermatologist said to me, you have to put on sunscreen, you have to protect yourself. So I went to the store, and I'm paying all this extra money for SPF 100 plus 110, and we did the investigation here that says anything over SPF 50 doesn't help you any better.
It's a waste of your time and money. Something I realized in the book that we have in common, as children, we were both at home when there was a home break-in.
Yes.
I happened to meet on a couple of occasions.
Really?
But it really influenced you in how you deal with some of those stories here on the show.
I was 10. How old were you when it happened?
It happened 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah. At different stages of my life.
You know how traumatic that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. Somebody was trying to bang down our back door. I mean, they were kicking. They were almost in the house. My dad was jumping down the stairs 7 steps at a time, screaming, I have a bat, I have a gun. He had neither. And I'm paralyzed in my bed, and it did traumatize me. And so in this book, I tell you how to handle a home invasion. I tell you step by step from the experts how to get out of that situation, and then if you're in the situation, how to get out of it more.
What's the story you've done for this show that you were most surprised by the findings, and what story got the most response, either negative or positive?
All right. So, well, we always get negative response.
Welcome to our world.
Yeah. The most popular story we've ever done, I don't know if you like this one, but it's Savannah's favorite. It is Savannah's favorite story, retailer selling used underwear. Yeah, see, Savannah's screaming from across the room. Yeah. These are the retailers that people are returning underwear and they're retagging it and putting it back on their shelves. It is our most popular investigation
Unbelievable.
ever. See,
Google it.
Yes. Google
Have you seen it?
No. Oh, gross. You hate that.
No, I remember the story vividly. It freaked me out. And what's the one that surprised you the most?
What surprises me the most is more of a general situation about how smart criminals are, how smart they're getting, and the need for a book like this and for our reports and this show right now to stay ahead of them, because they're evil, but they're super smart.
All right, real quickly, let's do a couple of quick tips here. You brought along some props.
Yes.
First one, the home computer. You talked for a while about that camera right there.
So hackers are getting into your webcam. You'd have no idea, even when the computer is off, sitting on your kitchen counter, you walk away from it, hackers can watch you through this and then blackmail you with nude photos, things from your private life. It happens all the time. So what I always say is take a piece of tape. The Pope does it. Mark Zuckerberg does it. The former FBI director does it. Put it right over the webcam lens when you're not using it. That will protect you. And also, close the laptop when you're not using it.
Makes sense. Mold in your house, it can get into places you don't even think about. How do you fight it?
Hidden mold. We showed a viral photo here on the Today Show of a mom showing her sippy cup that was full of mold when she pulled it apart. There it is on the screen right now. So what are you supposed to do? You think you clean your bottles well? You have to get inside. You see this cap right here? You have to get inside and really pull it apart. This is where the mold builds up whenever there is moisture. So that's on the sippy cups. On bath toys. every 3 weeks, I say cut open the bath toys, at least a couple of them to see, like this starfish. No mold in here because we've checked it. This is where mold grows as well, and your kid is bathing with it. And then the bottom of shampoo bottles as well.
We're going to stop it there, Jeff.
Perfect.
Congratulations
Thank you,
on
Matt.
the book. You can check it out. Rawson to the Rescue, available in stores and online.